That's it. As long as I want to go. Welcome to the Dave's Had Enough Show, episode 49. We have some. This is the first time, DQ, you've been on the Dave's Had Enough Show. You've been on the one-on-one discussion thing with me, but you've never been on the Dave's Had Enough Show. How's it going, man?
Oh shit, yeah. I didn't even realize this is a different show. Yeah, what's going on?
This is the one where you usually send me, like, hate messages and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you.
How's it going, Old Dirty? Glad you could join as always.
Hey, what's going on, Dave? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Deku? I think I'm saying it correctly.
Hey, what's up, man?
Alright, today I guess what I was gonna do a Sony podcast like I did on the one on Nintendo last week, you know, their current situation in the gaming industry like I did with Nintendo. One of my subscribers actually requested that, Dream Zone, I believe. He wanted me to do that, but I'm gonna put that off. That was actually gonna happen today, but with the latest news of Nintendo, not Nintendo necessarily. Was this Nintendo that came out and said this? That the NX is not aiming to compete against the PS4 and Xbox One on a power level. It was a tweet by.
Nah, it was a tweet by some other guy.
Yeah, some other guy. So it's not necessarily Nintendo saying this, right?
Yeah, but it's true.
But it's true. He pretty much tweeted the NX is definitely not aiming to compete with the likes of the PS4 on power level. Absolutely sure of that now.
Yeah.
Now, who is this guy? Like, what is he in the industry? Does anybody know in here? Because
I don't really know. I think he writes for some website. I'm not sure which one, but he's pretty much, like, he has a good track record of rumors, so that's why everyone's kind of believing what he's saying.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. I mean, me and Old Dirty before this podcast were talking today, and we started talking. He brought up the whole thing about this tweet that went out, and that it's not going to compete on the power level of PS4 and even Xbox One. It says in the article, but the actual tweet itself, I don't even think the tweet said anything about the Xbox One. But in this little, it says in the article, it says it should not come as a massive surprise to many of you. But the industry insider Liam Robertson of Unseen64 says that Nintendo's next generation platform, the NX, will not compete against the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on a power level. No doubt the console will be cheap and will also feature some sort of innovative, unique selling point. Nintendo's president Satoru Iwata and Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé have stated that we won't hear more about NX till next year. Then you have tweets like this going on.
Yeah.
So, pretty much like I told Old Dirty, I said, I was not surprised by this tweet. I think what Nintendo's doing with the NX, they're going after another. I mean, I don't want to say it like this, like I'm attacking Nintendo. They want to go after another, like, kind of like gimmick, like with the whole Wii mode. They want to. I mean, when you really think about it, why would Nintendo want to go compete with PS4 and Xbox One when wouldn't they rather have something like the Wii again? Like there was a big sensation, and they're not really necessarily competing with them. They're in their own little zone over there. Wouldn't that make sense? Would you rather have that than go head to head with them? Like what would you think, DQ?
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
Shit, you kind of caught me off guard. You know what? I like having the unique controller, as you know, because we talked about it before. But I don't see any reason why they can't go head-to-head. I mean, this kind of pisses me off because Miyamoto has even said himself the casuals are gone, so I don't know why they're gonna keep chasing, trying to get lightning in a bottle twice. I don't know why they're gonna do this.
What do you think? I could see Nintendo, like I told Old Dirty. I mean, wouldn't they? I think any company would want that, the success of the Wii, like how that was just a great success. I mean, those damn things were flying off the shelf. Yeah, we know it all went to the casuals, but they made a lot of money.
Yeah, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, I really don't want to. I'm trying to figure out how I can best describe. I don't want to have another system that's so that's missing a lot of features again. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to go through that again. I mean, come on. I mean, if they're trying to appeal to the mass market, you know it's going to be cheap, and it's going to be missing a lot of features again. I just don't want to. I mean, 3 times in a row. Come on.
Yeah, I see what they're doing. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, I want the same thing you want. Like, I want to see them compete with Sony. Not necessarily, just bring the features that everybody wants. Actually, be what a lot of people want them to be. But I see what they're going after. They're wanting that new, like, wow, like, oh, look at that, that's so cool. You can
yeah, but I mean, yeah, but I mean, we both know at this stage that shit doesn't last very long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I mean, like I've said before, I like having the unique control. I think it's fun. But I mean, I don't know why they can't directly compete and still have a unique, concept. I mean, is it so hard to do?
I guess Nintendo, to them, it seems like they're always after the next, I hate to say it, next gimmick. I was hoping that, I mean, I don't understand this. Like, what I see with the whole Wii U, it didn't work, okay? So I thought maybe Nintendo, was actually going to go and compete with the PS4. Like, okay, this isn't what people want. We're going to go, you know what, fuck it. We're going to give them the Super Nintendo that they always wanted, blah, blah, blah. But it just seems like to me now, Nintendo's like, oh, well, the whole tablet gimmick didn't work. Let's try a handheld mixed with a console. Let's see if that works. They're going after next gimmick, but Sony and Microsoft, they're going head to head. You would like to see Nintendo do that again, but they're just looking for this next, gimmick. That's all I can say.
See, like, it's really confusing because we don't work for Nintendo, right? So we don't know what goes on, but I don't understand why they feel like they can't compete, because it's like, to us, the gamers, it's not like they can't. We know they can. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's so, at this point, I'm just tired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gets a little tiring.
Yeah.
I agree. One thing, Baba Kakarok, I just found you on Google Hangouts, and I will be sending you an invitation. It should be coming right now. Sorry about that, man. Google Hangouts have been a bitch today. It's not wanting to work. I actually had to restart this podcast and retitle the whole thing. Your name wasn't popping up. I was looking for your name, and now it just all of a sudden popped up, like when I typed it in the thing. So, you should be getting an invite, man. Or did you have any more to say, DQ, about this? I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want him to
No, that's cool, man. I'm just going to say, like, if there's any Nintendo fans listening, it's probably going to piss them off, but I mean, I like the guy, and I think a Phil Spencer kind of dude for Nintendo would be great.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of people attack old Phil Spencer, but he's actually doing well, I think, in my eyes.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. Yeah, like he came in when it wasn't doing pretty well, and like the last 2 years, he's done pretty well.
Yeah, I agree. And no matter how many people want to hate on Xbox One and Microsoft, the guy is doing good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What? Oh, Baba Cockrock. I'm probably not saying your name right, but how's it going, man?
Hello?
Oh, let me turn your volume up. Hold on.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, good. Nice to meet you all.
Oh,
hey, what's going on?
You too, man.
What do you, well, let's go with Old Dirty, and then I'm going to go to you on the whole, thing with, Nintendo, pretty much, Liam Robinson coming out saying Nintendo's NX is not aiming to compete against the PS4 and Xbox One on a powered level. What do you think, Old Dirty, about that? What's your thoughts?
I hope it's not true. Nintendo don't want to go head to head. That's fine if you don't want to go head to head. But at least bring your console up to par with what's out now. Like I said in the last podcast I was in, the gamers today, they want power. So Nintendo put power in the NX or whatever the hell it's going to be called, and whatever control-wise you want to do it. But have your console up to par where it can just get third-party games with no issues.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to compete with them. You know what I'm saying? Do your own thing, but make a strong console for third party. That's all. Do whatever you want to do with the control wise, or glasses, whatever you're gonna bring out that the NX is gonna do different. You gotta have power in it, because to me, if the NX is not gonna be power wise up with the 4 and the 1, then why bother bringing it out? Hell, just stick with the Wii U and keep making games for it.
Well, the Wii U's failing. I mean, in all reality, it's not doing good.
Okay, Wii U, the Wii U is failing. That's fine. We know that. So why bring out a new console that's not even powerful, and probably still won't have third party because it's not powerful? You still throwing yourself in a hole. So just stick with what you got now and call it a day. If you're not going to come out with a console that's strong, don't come out with something else, because third party is not going to be behind you. So that means they still can't port the games over from the 4 and the 1 to the NX because it's still not powerful enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? What do you think, Baba Kakarot, about the whole Nintendo? This guy actually tweeting about the whole thing. It's not going to compete on a power level with the PS4 and Xbox One.
I think it's gonna be like an updated model of the Wii U, because I mentioned that in Real Gamer 27's previous hangout that Nintendo likes to be cheap so they can maximize profits, and it's working for the 3DS but not for the Wii U. But because if they try to make a completely new console, it's gonna fuck up. I'm just gonna say it right now, because everything is in a rush, and a lot of the game releases don't make sense. Like I heard Devil's Third hasn't got a confirmed release date, even though it looks like it's finished.
Only Europe and Japan, right? For the
Yep.
Yeah, and it's weird. America did not get a release date. That don't make any sense, and they didn't even talk about it at E3 at all. In the Treehouse, nothing. Like they didn't even speak on that game.
If I can jump in real quick, if it's gonna be some kind of hub that connects mobile devices, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, man. I'm gonna be so pissed, because it seems like I think Nintendo are looking at the market. If they see that everyone's on mobile, streaming's becoming really popular. The convenience of having a small box, because we all know that they don't want to compete directly. So I think that's what it's going to be, and if that's the case, I'm not getting on board. Sorry, I can't. Even though I love their games, I just can't go another generation where it's like missing features and not directly competing. I can't do it again. I'm sorry.
What do you? Okay, let me ask everybody this. Whoever wants to go first can go first. What do you guys, now that we know? I mean, we're going by this guy's tweet, and like you said, this guy has accurate tweets. Like what you said, I've never seen this stuff, but going by your information, you said this guy does usually tweet good information.
Well, I mean, I'm going by the information from like Polygon and Kotaku. They say he's pretty credible.
Yeah. Okay. So, going by this guy's tweet, if the thing's not on the power level of the PS4, Xbox One, what do you think Nintendo's trying to do? You think they're trying to go after the mobile market, Deku? Is that what you're trying? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, just like based on like what they're talking about, like with the company DNA and their mobile, their plans for the mobile market, trying to streamline everything, have it as one account, maybe some kind of set-top box where everything can connect to it. I think that's where they're gonna go. It's probably, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be like $200, $150, and it's basically everything connects to the one box. That does, that like on paper really does have mass market appeal, but for a core gamer, I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
Okay, so you think it's gonna be something to do with the mobile, which does sound legit. I agree. What do you think, Old Dirty? What do you think they're doing then? If it's not based on power, they're not going to go, I couldn't see them competing anyways with Microsoft and Sony. If they're not going to make a powerful console, they might as well just be in their own little world somewhere off to the side doing something. What do you think it's going to be then? Is it going to be this, like DQ saying, or is it going to be a handheld mixed with a console, like other people are saying? You know, what do you think?
You know what? At this moment right now, man, I really don't know from just all the rumors, the tweets and stuff. I really don't know, and I really don't understand. If Nintendo is trying to go that way, because you know, for not to have third party for the Wii U, but then the NX come out and it's still underpowered. Why would third party come to the NX? Like, what is the NX? Why is it so different than the Wii U that third party are finally willing to come to the NX? That don't make sense. Because if the NX don't have third party, it's another Wii U. And I don't get it. Right now, I don't get what Nintendo is doing. I don't get why he actually tweeted. He may be right, not sure. All we know is just a rumor until we hear more from Nintendo. But
Yeah.
what DQ said is that the other websites are vouch for this guy being correct. Yeah, I don't know what the hell Nintendo is trying to do, what they are trying to do, because to me, if they come out with a console that that's not up to par with features and graphic wise, they could just hang it up. It's not. They probably won't even get 5 million. So this Index better do some unique shit we never seen before, and it just wow us, the customers, the consumers, and third party. Because like I said, without third party on the NX, it's just another Wii U. So why come
Well,
out with the console?
one thing to fair now, one thing people got to realize, we are all in here hardcore gamers to an extent of a person that just plays video games and don't pay attention to social media and all that. They just may play certain games a year or whatever.
I mean,
One thing you got to realize, this thing right here, this is what's popular nowadays. This is what
yeah.
kids want to play. Kids
I
don't.
was gonna
Kids
just
don't
make.
want, no. This right here, these two things. Kids don't want this. Kids want this right here, and kids want this. This is what I see kids playing nowadays, and Nintendo's
Yeah.
got a children's market, buddy.
I mean, if I could just jump in real quick, Dave. If you really want to understand the secret of understanding Nintendo, you really pay attention to Japan. As crazy as that sounds, like America being the biggest market, but if you really want to understand Nintendo, just look at Japan. Right now in Japan, everyone's moving away from console gaming. In your typical household in Japan is like the family is gathered. They used to be gathered around the television, but everyone is on mobile. And Old Dirty brought up a good point, like with third party. I think Nintendo is going to chase third party mobile rather than home system. A lot of the big third party Japanese developers are moving to mobile, so which again it kind of makes me believe that the NX is going to be some sort of mobile set-top box that everything connects to. Seriously, if you want to know what Nintendo's doing, just watch Japan. That's like their main thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Bob Kakarok? Do you think what do you think the NX is going to be? Let's ask you that first. Then we're going to the whole. I didn't want to jump into the whole third party thing, but I want to talk about that too. But let's ask you, what do you think the NX is going to be now that we know that power? We're going by this guy. It's not for sure written in stone, but it's starting to sound like they're not after power. So so if power isn't a thing that they're gonna make a console to compete with Sony and Microsoft, what do you think they're doing then? What do you think this console is gonna be? Do you agree with DQ? Do you think it's a handheld mixed with a console? What do you think?
I think they're just trying to chase what's hot right now. But last I heard in Japan, their flip phones are starting to get popular again because of its simplicity.
Oh, flip phones?
Yeah, I can't remember how long ago it was. It might have been last year, so it's old news. But yeah, I remember reading in Japan, flip phones are starting to get popular with mainly the older generation. And the thing is, in Japan, it has mostly elder people. older people, because a lot of the younger folks are moving over to America. But yeah, I do agree with Deku that a lot of the bigger third parties are going mobile, like Capcom and Sega and Konami.
EA.
Yeah. Oh god, is that true? Oh god.
Market now. They got a FIFA. They got a Madden.
Don't they got Sims? I think.
Simpsons game.
Yeah.
they got
no, Sims. Don't they have Sims on mobile?
Sims is on mobile now. Well, they showed that all off at E3 on their press conference that they had like about 15 or so titles they were getting ready for the mobile market, and they were already in it. They got a UFC game now, FIFA 15, Madden, Sim. They got some King of Course Golf. They got their Plants vs. Zombies. They're in the mobile market. They're definitely in the mobile market. And Ubisoft's another one. Bethesda just got into the mobile market with the whole Fallout Shelter. Yeah. That's really doing good.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I'll be right back.
Kids want to play that, man. I mean, and you know what the sad thing is? Well, it's not a sad thing, but I don't know why I said that. But, when you're a kid, you don't got money. You don't got money to go out and buy games all the time. These games are fucking free. And the parents just have to buy their damn kid a phone or a tablet, and then they can download it. Like my nephew, my one nephew, he likes mobile games more than he likes, console games. He plays that, what's that one that you fight different, it's kind of like you build an army or a little thing. Clash of Clans, that's what it's called. Yeah. They want stuff like that, and maybe that's what Nintendo sees kids want, and that's what they're going after. And the hardcore audience of Nintendo that grew up with Nintendo, maybe they're just the odd ones out now. Yeah,
I mean, I want to make it clear, I don't have any problem with their games. I love the first-party IP, but my patience has been growing thin for like 2 to 3 years, and after the whole fucking E3 debacle, I just can't. I mean, I don't know if I can support another system that's going to be behind again. Even if their software is really good, I just need the features. I need it to be more than what they're going to give. So,
what do you think's going through Nintendo's head when people ask them for these features? Are they actually like, okay, let's work on with our next console getting these things out, or are they just like, well, we don't do that? Why do people want stuff
Nintendo's biggest problem, man, is, I need to be careful what I say here. They really need, new blood, and not only new blood, but they need, why is Iwata the president of Nintendo of America? It's not Reggie. Iwata is actually higher. Why? Why is it Iwata? Everyone thinks that. Iwata's the CEO of Nintendo of America, I think, and Reggie's somewhere below. But I don't know, man. They're really stubborn. They're very, very Japanese in terms of their business practices. I don't know. I don't even know what I could say at this point.
Yeah, so I have a question. If they go this whole mobile route, where is Amiibos going to fit into it? Am I going to be able to put my Amiibo, buy something on my phone, and am I going to, is that how I'm going to use my Amiibos now, or what?
Yeah, man, probably. More and more phones have, NFC. My phone has NFC. It doesn't have to be a figurine. It could be a card. You could go to McDonald's and get, a Amiibo Happy Meal. Everyone pretty much has kids have mobile devices, so I don't deny that there's a huge market, but it's not the market that. Look, here's the thing. I don't mean to sound selfish, but I think we, as the hardcore gamer, the long-time Nintendo fans, I personally believe that we're more important than the casuals, and I think we deserve to have better. We've literally put, if not hundreds, if maybe thousands of dollars into the company, over 20+ years. I think we deserve a lot better.
I don't understand why they don't just give it one more shot. Why don't they just say, hey, let's try Super Nintendo one more time, guys. Let's compete like we did with Sega. Let's get with Sony and Microsoft, and let's just not heads off. They can't do it. Like, I don't see why they can't do it. I know.
I mean, yeah.
Board, but could third party? Now let's go into the whole third party thing. Because the reason they don't want to make this console to compete with stuff because they don't have third party on board.
I mean, it probably. Sorry, I'm taking up the whole show. Maybe someone else could say something.
I mean, you're all right. I mean, we're all talking. Anybody can jump in whenever they want. You know, I'm just. And this is to everybody. Like, is the reason they're going to maybe do this not competing with power thing? Is it going to be because third party isn't there and they're not coming back? Like.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just don't understand because we all know that they have the capability of making a kick-ass home console that's powerful, that it appeals to third party, it does everything that you want. So I don't understand why they just don't do it.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Old Nerdy? What do you think on this subject?
I think Nintendo is just going cheap because I mean, don't get me wrong, the Wii U is a great system in my eye. I like it. You know, a lot of people don't like it because it's not up to par. You know, with the features and the graphics. To me, there's nothing wrong with the Wii U graphics. I mean, yeah, we've been playing some graphics for 8-9 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think Nintendo just wants to go cheap, make a profit. You know, because we all know the other consoles, up until the original Wii, was the most powerful console. But look how they sold. You know what I'm saying? Look how they sold. It's like they don't get back into the competition again like they did with Sega.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about you, Bob Kakarot? Are you still going Old Dirty? I don't know if you stopped or not.
Just one more. I think that Nintendo don't want to. I think they don't want to spend money like that. They see how with the newer consoles, what it does graphic-wise is, what I'm saying, to make those consoles, you would have to lose money. And they see how much these consoles would cost to make. Nintendo, that's why Nintendo wants to go cheap. They don't want to put the money, in the research in making a powerful console. They don't. They figure, you know what? Let's just go cheap and just put some good games on it. But you got to have third party in order to do that. If you don't have third party, you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Baba Kakarot? What do you think of the whole Nintendo with, third party ordeal? Like, if they're not going after power, would you think it's third parties necessarily not on board? Is that why they're doing it?
I was AFK for a while, so I kind of missed everybody else's point.
No, basically what I'm asking, with the whole Nintendo NX, now that we learned that they're not going after Sony and Microsoft, do you think it's because third party isn't on board, in general anymore with Nintendo?
And yeah, because a lot of the third-party companies outright talk shit about the Wii U being not powerful enough.
Mm-hmm.
But if Nintendo doesn't want to make the effort to make it more powerful, then yeah, just go for different opportunities. And mobile market is the easiest one for them right now.
Okay.
But I'm looking at 16-bit gamesters comment about it being based on amiibos, and if that happens, I'm just gonna flip a table.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the amiibos are making money. I mean, I can't, from a business aspect, you can't sit here and say that you wouldn't do that if you were Nintendo. If you have something that's booming in money, you would. I mean, I can't blame them for what they're doing, but as the fan of Nintendo, I don't want to see them going after amiibos. But you can't, a business aspect, you can blame them,
Yeah.
I mean, they're going where the money is. One thing we've noticed from Nintendo, if we look at their track history of the consoles, we've never seen a console based on features.
Yeah, but I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but a part of that is, a part of it is so disrespectful to like the hardcore Nintendo fan. I mean, it really is. Like that shit they showed at E3, fucking Metroid. I mean, come on. Like, I mean, Sony shows fucking Final Fantasy VII remake and Shenmue, like things that fans have been crying for years, and they finally get them. And then Nintendo is like fucking relying on Amiibo and a shit Metroid game, and they don't fucking. I mean, where's Zelda? I mean,
F-Zero.
yeah, where's F-Zero? Where's like 1080? I know 1080 is like a really niche game, but I mean, for fuck's sake.
You got Muppet Babies from Jim Henson. I mean, what else do you guys want? I mean, Jesus.
No, but I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, Sony and Microsoft are really trying to appease their fans, their customers. Nintendo's like, fuck you.
Nintendo's just like kind of just ignoring everybody. Like it's like they're like when Reggie did that whole like interview with GameSpot. I don't know if you guys. I'm pretty sure. I know Dirty.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I don't know, did you guys see that where he just like, oh, everything's great, like pretty much like everything's just fantastic. We got a great feedback for E3, you know. I mean, I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, fuck Reggie. I'm sick of Reggie.
Yeah, he's just really just something else. I know he's a PR guy, like Nick from St. Illuminated said. You know, he said that, you know, he's a PR guy like Phil Spencer. He has to do that stuff, but you don't apply that.
Yeah, but the difference is
that bullshitting.
Yeah, but the difference is Phil is a gamer. Reggie's not a fucking gamer.
Mm-hmm. That is
I mean,
true.
you can clearly tell Reggie's not a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
He sucked.
Yeah. Nintendo's in a very bad spot, like, lately. They're on the hot seat, for especially, I couldn't believe they had the nerve, you know, to come out with that E3 and to show what they did. Like, the reason I thought they did what they did, they were holding us over for the NX. You know, they're just, so, but now the NX, we're learning, isn't really going to be what we think it's going to be if we're going by what this guy tweeted. So that's giving me a lot of doubt on the NX.
Yeah.
I was thinking the whole reason they're redoing this thing was to compete, like to get these features that everybody wants, to get third party back on board, but it's not. It's something totally different. And I agree with what Diku's saying, like how they're going with this whole Dina thing with the mobile market, because that was a big thing in that press conference when they first talked about the NX. They were showing that whole Dina thing. So it does make a lot of sense what you're saying, Diku. There's other people like Fairhunter,
but I mean,
that it's a handheld mixed with a console, you know. Okay, but what do you think is going to go on with Zelda now? Okay, Zelda NX.
Well, I mean,
I thought from the get-go it was going to be on the new NX, and then it's going to be on the Wii U. It's going to be like a crossover. But now, what do you think is going to go on?
Well, I mean, the best fucking news, in my opinion, since we've heard since E3 is Miyamoto is not working on future hardware. Thank God that guy is not working. I mean, like, he's not working on anything, so that's great. Yeah, I still think Zelda is going to be a Wii U title, but it's going to be like a cross-gen game.
Okay. So you think, okay, with this whole NX thing, do you think it's going to, will there be a Zelda version for that? Well, I'm lost on this whole thing now. This guy's saying that.
I mean, we know that Zelda for Wii U uses the gamepad. We know it doesn't use the Wii remote, so I'm guessing the NX will probably connect the gamepad, or maybe the new controller has a screen, or you can use your own phone or tablet, whatever. Personally, I think it's going to launch with Zelda and a new Mario game. I mean, Miyamoto's kind of already hinted that the next console will launch with a new Mario game, so...
Yeah, and it's supposed to have a different story with Mario. Like, they're going to change the story. Like, that's what they did say.
Yeah, he's looking to... They're looking to do something new with Mario, but I mean, at this point, I don't care what the launch titles are. I don't care. I just want the system to be good. So
you're basically ready for features like, you know, the PS4 has, the Xbox One, something similar. Not necessarily have to be streaming or anything like that. You just want your simple standard shit. You want your friends invited.
I tell you, I'm ready for... I can't even believe I'm going to say this. It sounds crazy. I'm ready for voice chat. I mean, that sounds so pathetic. You know what I mean? I mean, it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Voice chat. I would love to have like a Twitch or YouTube streaming kind of thing. Better online, a better marketplace online. The whole friends list. I mean, there's no more friend codes, but like it's still not as good as what it could be. Miiverse is pretty good, but I would like to see it expanded more. Yeah, I mean, just a better system, I guess.
Well, I have a question. Say they go back to the beginning of the Wii U before it came out. We go back a little bit before it came out, and they actually would have came out with the Wii U, advertised the damn thing, put these features that the 360 at least had on it, which I know the Wii U can do. Why didn't they just do that shit with the Wii U? Do you think it would have been a different outcome than it is now?
No, I still think it would be pretty bad. Like, I mean, like, even if it did have voice chat, or I mean, online similar to the Xbox 360, it was still marketed pretty bad. The gamepad made people confused. It was still underpowered. Third-party ports didn't work very well. I mean, so you still have like these inherent problems. So.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I think with the Wii U, in my opinion, when like customers just get a bad taste in their mouth. I said this in like videos before. And I think people just got a bad taste in their mouth with the Wii U, and no matter what the Wii U did, it didn't matter if it could come out with exclusives that are just blow your mind right now. People would just overlook it. Like, I think it's at that point now, the Wii U.
Yeah, I mean,
it's been at that point for a long time. It hasn't just been at that point now with E3. It's been at that point pretty much after its first year. It's been like that, like where people, anything you did, it does not matter. It does not matter.
Well, I mean, if you look at like the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One in comparison, they pretty much got it. I mean, the Wii U to the PS4, in my opinion, not as a Nintendo fanboy, just as a gamer, for me the best exclusives were still on Wii U. But I mean, look at how many people bought the PlayStation, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they marketed correctly. It had everything gamers wanted. So, I mean, if you cater to the gamers, they're gonna buy your fucking system. I just don't understand. I don't know why they don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just how it. We'll see. We can only see what happens. I mean, they came out with that today, and I think there was some other news that came out too. It was on my Nintendo news. Something else to do with Nintendo. I mean, it's been a lot of NX talk. I don't really believe that. You know how they say, oh, well, we're not going to talk no more about it. Well, and then we hear shit like this leaked. I think this is like Old Dirty said. You're going to see shit from the NX all year be leaked out. Something. Yeah. It's a hot topic. That's just how it is. You're going to see people, all these like IGN, GameSpot. They're going to be somehow trying to figure out more news about this because it's a new console coming. Anything with a new console or whatever, whatever it may be, whether it's a mobile market machine or if it's a hybrid console that mixed with a handheld and a home console, it's the talk of the town. People want to know what's going on with it. I just hope that they're not doing the mobile thing. Like, I hope that ain't the case, but you never know with Nintendo. I mean, but it's just a matter of time till we find out. We'll know by E3. Did any of you guys, what was the other thing that I wanted to talk about in the podcast? Nintendo.
Is it the price point and how much they're gonna ship?
The NX?
Yeah, there was a rumor it's like $150 and they're gonna expect to sell 20 million.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna talk about that, but since you bring that up, we can talk about that too. I was looking for another thing that I saw today that was pretty interesting, but we'll talk about this first. So the new NX, the price point, where did they get that information from?
I can't remember. I can't remember. Actually, I'm gonna let someone else talk. I talk too much.
well, since you brought it up, so what's the price point? You said 150.
Yeah, it's a rumor that came from somewhere. I'm not on my PC, so I can't check. It was like $150. It's gonna launch next July. And they're expected to sell 20 million units by the end of 2016.
Oh, you're talking about the article that I reported by digitimes.com? The whole thing that they reported on the NX. I just did a video on this the other day. Digitimes.com pretty much reported that they're going to launch the new NX by July. And the bad thing with that is there was, in that article, it actually said something that was kind of false, that they actually announced in their March conference that they were going to be doing, they were going to release the NX by, March, which was false in that article. So that article might have had some truth in it, but it did have some statements that were false in it. I know what you're talking about, the one I did the whole video on. We could talk about that too. What did you think of the whole digitimes.com thing, Old Dirty?
About the who? The Digi who?
Digitimes.com reporting that the NX was going to be out in, I believe they're saying July.
Oh yeah, I did hear that.
Supposed to start production in October of this year.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be July. I would think it'll probably be around the holidays. But then again, shit, all these other rumors, it might be true.
Yeah,
I just see it maybe around holidays. Just to give people a chance to, pre-order it. You know what I'm saying?
See, I've been saying ever since I heard the NX, being announced. And they said they were going to announce it at E3 2016. I said it would be announced and be out that holiday with how bad things are going for the Wii U. But then when they had this latest news came out that we started the podcast off with, I don't know what's going to happen. I know the console is still coming, I think, in November of 2016, but I don't know what's going to go on with the whole thing. What do you think, Baba Kakarok, about the whole Digitimes.com pretty much saying that they're going to start production with the NX in October, and then it should, they're saying it's going to be out by July of 2016. You think it's going to come out that soon, or?
Oh, sorry, were you guys asking me a question?
Oh.
I'm AFK.
Okay, pretty much Digitimes.com, in one of my latest videos, I did a whole thing on this. Digitimes.com said that in this article, that Nintendo with the NX are going to pretty much start production of October this year, and then they are going to pretty much release the thing most likely around July. What do you think? Do you think that's going to be possible? It is a rumor. That article was a rumor.
Okay, hold on. Deku mentioned that it's going to cost $150. Is that the rumor?
Yeah, that's another rumor going around.
If that's true, then it would be like a micro console or a handheld, because $150 is the base cost of a PlayStation Vita.
Yeah.
But July, I don't think so.
December, did you guys see that whole NVIDIA Grid console that came out? It's a PC console, and it's basically a streaming console, and it's like I think $199 for the one model and $299 for the other model. Could it be something similar along the lines of that? Like,
Well, I mean, like the whole $150 by July next year. To me, it's actually, we know it's a rumor, but it's not. I don't think it's pretty far out. I think it's possible. I mean, if it's $150, we know it's not powerful. We know that they could probably put it together really fast. If it has a standard traditional controller, that's going to make production move a lot quicker. If it just connects to other mobile devices, I mean, that's not a lot of time in R&D, in my opinion. So, and Zelda could be finished by then, and perhaps even a new Mario game. The Wii U titles that they were working on, that they're probably going to move to NX. I mean, July 2016, it's actually not that pretty crazy to consider, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, they pretty much said Japan-based Nintendo is planning to launch its next-generation games console in 2016 and has recently asked to supply chain partners to start pilot production manufactured by Foxconn Electronics Honhei Precision Industry by Pegatron Technology, is aggressively trying to snatch some of the orders, according to sources familiar to the plan. Nintendo in March. This is the only problem I have with the article. It says Nintendo in March announced its plans of releasing NX in 2016, and we all know they didn't say in March that they were planning on releasing the NX in 2016. They had planned on announcing it in 2016.
Well, I mean, we know that AMD pretty much said that a console is coming in 2016 with an x86 processor. We know it's not. We know it's not Microsoft, and we know it's not Sony. So I mean.
Yeah, but Nintendo didn't say this. Their press.
No, I know, but yeah, I know Nintendo didn't say. But actually, AMD said that there was a console coming, but they're also working on 2 new chips. One is x86, and the other is an ARM processor. I'm pretty. Look, if it comes in July or the fall, I mean holiday, it's coming next year.
Oh yeah, it's this is why I said from the get-go, it's coming next year. I'd say around November, but I'm just thinking for being a rumor in this article, the one thing I do see as false is Nintendo didn't say they were in March announced plans of releasing. Nintendo themselves didn't say it.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing you could pick apart this article with. And another thing they said, Nintendo reportedly is looking to ship 20 million Nintendo NX in the first year.
I mean, when you think about it, if it is going to cater to the casual mobile, and if it's cheap, I don't think 20 million by the end of the year, but by the end of the first year or year and a half, if it's cheap and it appeals to the casual mobile market, it's a possibility.
Yeah, you do make sense with that. So yeah, I mean that's the article that was the one that you were talking about there. I don't know. I thought, like I said from the get-go, it was going to release around holiday because with what's going on with the Wii U. But this new news about this whole, power thing, I thought they were going to compete, with the PS4 and Xbox One, and now it looks like they're in a totally different ball game. So this changes a lot of things, But But we do got to take into consideration this is some guy's tweet, But you said he is credible, so.
But I mean, another point is we don't even know what it is, and we don't know if it is actually their next home system, like quote-unquote traditional home console. I mean, we have no idea what this thing is.
Do you think the Wii U is going to continue? Like, what do you think when this thing comes out? Do you think the Wii U is just going to keep going, or until its full life cycle, or?
Well,
anybody, whoever wants to go first?
No, it'll definitely continue, because if they don't, they're gonna lose a lot of fans. Trust.
Yeah.
That's what Reggie said. Is like, trust us, trust us. I was like, no, you gotta earn it. Fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, with everything that's gone on with the Wii U, I mean, I could see them ending it, but you just have people actually went out and bought a Wii U for Splatoon. I feel bad for them people that just went and bought a Wii U and actually enjoying Splatoon. And then here comes the NX, and that's the end of the, the console. They could just say, fuck it. The Wii U's not doing good. This is the first time we actually seen Nintendo lose all third-party support, pretty much. They got very little third-party on the Wii U. We've never seen them without, some big, people behind them, like Ubisoft, EA, somebody around there, making games. But this time, this is a different story now. They don't have third-party no more, and I mean that live event was a disaster. It was bad. I mean, anything that the event proved to me that they can't make it without third party in the home console market.
I just want to ask a question. Who is the most consistent third party for Wii U, like right now?
Was Ubisoft a little while ago, but now it's
I think it's still Ubisoft, actually. I think they have one. I think they have a dance game coming, right?
Platinum game.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Platinum. Yeah, Platinum. Yeah.
I think Koei Tecmo is too, but after that, I can't think of anybody else.
I think Ubisoft have one game coming. Platinum has a game coming. Well, actually, 2 games. Star Fox. I'm actually, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's the problem, because also Real Gamer mentioned that Koei Tecmo's next game, Fatal Frame, is going to be digital only, and there's like very little advertisement going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I can understand. I understand why it's probably only a digital game because like it's so niche.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of sad too, because Koei Tecmo usually listens to their fans, and if it flops, then it's, I don't know, they're gonna be very cautious about cooperating with Nintendo.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. They didn't even talk about Fatal Frame at the live event. Did they even mention it in the Treehouse? I didn't watch the Treehouse. That's the only thing I didn't watch.
Yeah, it was in the trios.
Oh, it was in the Treehouse.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
they did talk
think
about it.
it was in the treehouse on the last day, like the last couple of hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Devil's Third, I don't even know if Devil's Third was at the treehouse. I can't remember.
I don't think the Devil's. I remember a lot of people bitching about the Devil's Third.
Yeah.
Not being there, and a lot of people are hyped for the Devil's Third, which I was hyped. That was the only thing that was kind of making me hold on to the Wii U. And then when I thought about it, I was like, if one game's gonna make me hold on to the Wii U, I mean, and
Yeah.
Star Fox wasn't. Okay, well, what do you guys? Like the whole live event, what did you guys think of Star Fox? You're a big Nintendo fan, DQ. What did you think of Star Fox? Like,
Yawn. I mean, I'm sorry, like to the Nintendo fans that are going to listen to it. I've never been a real big Star Fox fan, but Jesus, what they were showing me was, I don't give a shit, to be quite honest. It looked like a fucking GameCube game. It didn't look like it was fun to play. It looked very bare bones. I mean, what what do you want me to say? It didn't look.
Didn't it look like a Transformer game a little bit? Like with
Oh, another game Platinum's making. But
Yeah.
the messed up part is what was it, Skylanders? That looked like it had more action going on than Star Fox.
Yeah, I know, right? That was crazy. Yeah.
Fucking hell. It's weird. It's also weird that Nintendo is letting Platinum Games touch their first party titles.
well, they seem to trust Platinum Games a lot.
Well, the only game I didn't like from Platinum Games so far is The Legend of Korra, and that was really off with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like Nintendo has to closely supervise, and the whole thing about having no multiplayer also irks me.
Yeah, I mean, what the? Yeah, I mean, no online multiplayer, and I think is it true? There's no local multiplayer.
I think there was a mode, but there's like something to do with like the gamepad. Like one person moves the ship and the other person shoots it.
Fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, Sin and Punishment did that for a Wii, and I thought it sucked.
Well, here's the weird. Okay, here's another thing. Nintendo will support Wii U and 3DS after the Nintendo NX launch. Nintendo says it remains committed to releasing Wii U and Nintendo 3DS titles while the NX has launched. Obviously, I would expect the period to happen for too long. But it should be the first few months. Nintendo President Satoru Iwata says that the company wants to satisfy those that purchase the Wii U to what he says is the maximum extent possibility. What do you guys think on that? So they are going to continue support, but for how long is the question for the Wii U? I mean, this might not have any, maybe the Wii U is going to continue. Who knows? I just don't see them continuing the Wii U with what's been going on. I thought this whole NX was to,
Nah, man. There's like if they have big premium first party Nintendo IP in development, like if there's a Metroid game in development right now that we don't know about, I'm convinced it's not coming to Wii U. It's. Well, I mean, I can't say that because we don't know what the NX is. So.
Well, the whole thing with Splatoon, that game is incomplete, but they said they're gonna keep bringing in free content.
Yeah.
For the next couple months, as their way of
prolonging.
For the next game, and I don't know which is the next game that's going to be big. I think Yoshi's Woolly World for September.
Yeah.
But if that kind of business practice continues, I'm gonna hurl at that too.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what they could do at this point. I'm tired.
Well, I want to know, does anybody have like a total count of how many Wii U games is on in North America specifically?
I mean, I don't know off the top of my hand. I mean,
I think there's like over, including everything. You mean only retail?
No, just specifically Wii U titles, you know, digital only or retail.
I think there's over. Wait, I need to get this. I'm not sure.
Ain't it? That I know of.
I'm not sure. I think there's over 60.
60 retail.
Games come to the Wii U?
I mean, retail, online, exclusive online, like everything. I think there's over. Yeah, I think there. But again, not all of them are exclusive because there's some indie games that are available on other systems.
Well, it's because last time I checked, it was last year. It's like 111, and then 3DS at this point has about almost 300.
Oh, okay. So you mean? Oh, sorry. You mean like everything available?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
but it's just like you're on the third year or almost third year. I don't know how long it's been out at this point, and it hasn't reached 200 yet.
Yeah.
hmm Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they really don't have many third party. What third party is still left on the Wii U? It's basically Lego games and Disney Infinity, right?
Yeah. I think. Yeah. There's the Lego games. I think Guitar Hero is coming, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah, the Guitar Hero might be coming. I think Old Dirty told me that's coming to the Wii U.
I'm gonna look up at Game Packs real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, another thing, the Devil's Third developer actually says they're ready to answer questions about the Devil's Third. What does that mean? Like, shouldn't this game be ready to come out, like, for the U.S.? Or what do you think's gonna go on with that? Okay, they got release dates for Europe and Japan, but what do you guys think is going to go on with the Devil's Third? Why do you think they haven't announced the release date for the United States yet?
It better not be because of censorship. That's gonna.
Yeah.
It's gonna piss me off.
What do you think, Old Dirty, you first?
I think that the game probably just got too much, stuff going on, maybe nudity, stuff like that. That Nintendo don't want to like promote it themselves. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Just by the little gameplay that we seen and know of, with the whole, hack and slash and blood and stuff. You did see some of the cutscenes. You see a chick walking around in like a silk Japanese robe, and you see her actually take it off. You know what I'm saying? So it's naked.
Yeah.
So
they don't want to piss off Anita Sarkeesian.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they showing her breast or whatever, or maybe her ass or something. And Nintendo probably don't want to go that route and promote it like it's their game. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're just trying to leave it alone.
Okay, so you don't think they're not gonna really promote this game too much because of nudity and shit like that?
But isn't it their IP? Like Nintendo's IP?
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure. Probably. I really don't know.
Did Bayonetta 2 get any flack for its sexual fan service?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
Then I guess I can see Nintendo being cautious about it because Bayonetta 2 didn't sell million yet, did it?
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're gonna be cautious about it.
Yeah, but they did get a lot of fucking. Bayonetta got a lot of hate for like being highly sexualized.
That's ridiculous because there's designed by like a female artist.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Like, whatever, but some people are just fucking retarded. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Let's stray away from the whole Nintendo. I don't want to look like I'm just attacking Nintendo. I want to talk on something I haven't talked on yet at all. I haven't done any videos or nothing on. The whole thing with Batman Arkham Knight being broken on PC, has caused a lot of controversy with PC. And RXL209, he's one of my buddies on YouTube, did a great video on the whole thing with does PC gamers, do they deserve does PC deserve the same quality ports as consoles? What is your guys' thoughts on that? What's your opinion, Old Dirty? Do you agree, or what's your thoughts? I mean, on that whole thing. What's your opinion?
On PC, doing what now? I'm sorry.
In your opinion, do you think that PC ports? Do you think they should be up to par? Do you think they deserve quality ports like a game?
Yeah, they should. I mean, if it's a port, yeah, I would think in console or PC that can handle it should be able to get the same port. You know what I'm saying? Equally or better. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it should be like a poor port where you having real bad frame rate issues or just don't work at all. You know, I think everybody across the board should get the same quality port.
I agree.
So you agree? You think PC gamers deserve quality ports? That's what he originally asked in his video. So
when you think about it, a lot of PC gamers spend a lot more money than we do on our consoles. So, I mean, if they're putting like serious fucking dollar into their machines, I mean, that in and of itself could be an aspect that the developers should look at. But I mean, I think everyone deserves to have the same game. I mean, it doesn't matter what system it is. It's like if you're a multi-million-dollar fucking studio, you can afford to make sure every game is, up and running perfectly. Yeah, I think everyone deserves to have the same experience.
What about you, Bob?
I mean, for $60, I mean, come on, everyone should have the same.
Okay. What about your opinion, Baba Cockrock? Do you think PC gamers deserve quality ports like console gamers? Like they should get the same treatment?
Absolutely, but the thing is, most developers, they know how to optimize for the consoles, not for PC games. My friend, he got himself a new PC recently, and he's kind of one of those PC, master race, blah blah blah. He was kind of harping me on how he was talking about how good it was of this game, Kiba's Trip 2, and I played it on the Vita, and he's saying, oh my god, so much better, so much better. And then I met my other friend who came into his house and watched it. And he was running at fucking 16 frames per second. It was complete horseshit.
Oh, okay.
And if you don't know what Akiba Strip 2, it's one of those open world games where you move around, and everything was fucking lagging. The NPCs were just like electric sliding across the floor. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. One thing I always hear about PC, they're always getting all these deals and everything, and you always hear PC Master Race, but I believe there's a site called CD Keys where they always get like all these they get prices like games and season passes for like $35, and we're paying ridiculous prices. I think where RXL was aiming with his whole thing is with what they pay, and a lot of them pirate, that they he feels that they shouldn't they don't deserve the same treatment as console gamers, because we're paying through the fucking nose for shit. But where DQ brought up, they pay a lot of money for the rigs, but that's not necessarily, the developer. That's not their money. That's their rigs. It's got, it's not going the same area. Like when we pay to the developers and all that, we're paying directly to them, and whatever Walmart or wherever we buy the game from. But I mean, I don't know. I see the whole pirate issue coming into hand. Like I don't think people.
Yeah, but I mean.
Yeah,
but I mean, but still though, I hear what you're saying, but is it fair to give someone a broken game regardless of what platform?
Well, I don't think anybody should get a broken game if you're paying, with the price of that. When people get, these bootlegs and all that, if you're getting a fucked up version of a movie, you should get what you get. If you find a good one, whatever, that's free. But if you're paying money, yeah, you should get what what you're paying for. Grim Pachi, he brought up an interesting thing when we were talking the other day in Real Gamer 27's podcast, but it was before the podcast started. he was talking about how like these developers expect PC gamers or the mod community to optimize these games and all that shit, so they kind of expect them to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
there is websites that let you like check up on your specs to see if it can run a game properly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is.
And
The best thing you can do with PC gaming is to have as high specs as possible and be good at troubleshooting it. Because if you don't, yeah, you're gonna be angry.
Yeah. That's
But like, aren't most games? I mean, I assume that Batman was made on PC.
No, it was ported from the consoles by someone else, a third party, someone other than Rocksteady.
No, but what I mean is, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they were using like a PlayStation 4 dev kit as like the main thing, but I mean, it's x86. It pretty much runs the same thing. So I don't know. I know that the PC isn't always as optimized. Like it's, pretty open, but. Well, I mean, I still stand by what I say. I think everyone deserves the same.
I agree, but from what I read, there was 12 people who worked on it, and that is not enough because PC games, they have a lot of random elements that can come into play, and you need as many people to get rid of those bugs as possible. Like, Bethesda games is especially infamous for it, so they can have like the most ridiculous bugs ever. It's impossible to get rid of them all, but...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, but they catch a lot of hell for their games being buggy and everything, but they're doing a lot in their games. I mean, some of them games like Skyrim, that's a huge fucking game. I mean, a lot of different things going on. I could see why they have issues. Like, I mean, how long would that if they were to release that game, flawless? Like, how long do you think it would take them to develop that?
It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, the game's a good game. You can't get. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's got bugs and all that, but I mean, a lot of their games are not small games.
See, I mean, like I'm fine with a buggy game if it's still premium.
Yeah.
Like if the game is still premium content or premium experience, I can get over the bugs.
As long as it's playable.
And the developers of Batman Arkham Knight, they said that they think this fucking game is a mess on PC. This was in the same state a year before this. It was just like they said a year before this was in the same kind of mess when they released it. It's just like this a year ago, same thing before they released it. So they knew they were releasing a broken game. That's not right. I don't agree with that. They just throw out a game and just hope, there it is. They hope people are going to fix it or something. So that's where I have a problem. I don't think they can release a game, that broken, or expect people to fix it, or what this is my thing on it. If they feel that they don't want to work on a game or whatever, don't release it for that fucking, that platform. If they're not making money or whatever, if that's the issue maybe, and they don't want to feel like they have to optimize it and all that bullshit, then don't bother with it. Just do it where you're making money, That's my take on it.
Yeah, I agree.
But other than that, we went a while. I mean, there ain't really much. Mainly, I just wanted to talk about the whole thing with Nintendo and the pretty much the whole power thing. That was a pretty big thing that came out today. I think it was today that was other than that, if you guys don't have anything else that that you want to share or talk about, I think I'm going to end this podcast. Oh, one other thing. I don't know if I brought this up in other podcasts, but I do want to mention one more thing about Nintendo and the whole thing with not necessarily just Nintendo. There is a rumor that they are releasing Zombie U on PS4 and Xbox One. What do you guys think that Ubisoft's other game was? That they was released on the Wii U. I think it was Zombie U 2.
No, it was some kind of I think it was confirmed it was some sort of casual family dance game or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it was Zombie U 2.
Well, the reason I'm saying this is I think it's a rumor or something that they're possibly releasing Zombie U on the PS4 and Xbox One, and I'm like, well, why are they going to do that? And I would think they were the game that they were saving for Nintendo. Maybe they'll release it over on Xbox One, PS4. See how people like Zombie U, and then maybe that was the game, and then they'll just come out with it, or maybe just make a Zombie U 2, see how it does on the other. So that was my whole.
Yeah, that could be true.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think in general of them releasing Zombie U on PS4 and Xbox One? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think sales will be better than on the Wii U? Or
What would you even call it on the other systems? Just Zombie U?
Zombie? Old Dirty, you had what they were going to call it, right? You told me that day.
I mean, if it is going to happen, I think they'll just call it Zombie.
Zombie. Yeah, it would be like for Zombie 1 for Xbox One and Zombie 4 for I mean, that's what it would be. I mean, you can't take away, one thing people can't take away from that game was a good game. It was actually one of the games I really did enjoy on the Wii U. I liked it.
It was different, it was refreshing.
Yeah, and I'd like to see that franchise continue somehow. You know, I'd like to see a sequel. Wouldn't you guys like to see a sequel or no?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just I'm more interested in how they're going to make it work, because it's not going to have a gamepad. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do.
DualShock touchpad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the touchpad on the PS4 controller. No, wait a minute. It would probably work for the inventory, but like when you're scanning the environment, I don't know how they're going to do that.
They'll probably have to change the GUI a bit.
Yeah.
They probably just going to do it like Arkham Knight, where you just pick the little scan thing and move the controller.
Yeah.
Controller. That's all. Use the gyro in it.
Yeah.
And just get the TV instead of looking at the gamepad.
Oh, is this gyro still on the DualShock 4? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think it is.
What games have been on the PS4 to use that?
Killzone?
Oh, that was like a year ago. Like anything like new that's coming out that would use it?
Nah, not that I know.
I have no idea.
Okay, other than that, just to bring that up to keep it going a little bit longer, mainly this podcast was to talk about the whole thing with Nintendo. I will be giving you guys a podcast probably maybe sometime this week or next weekend to do with the whole Sony and like I did with Nintendo with their current spot in the industry. One of my subscribers, Dream Zone, I play them on PS4, he watches the channel, and he was asking me if I could put Sony. And I might even do one with Microsoft too. I might do one with all do one with Nintendo. I got a lot of great feedback on that podcast.
We've castrated Nintendo at this point.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody joining and everybody that watched the podcast. Thank you, Deku, for joining me again on the podcast.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Baba Kakarot, for joining for your first time. Hope you come back, man.
Oh, yes, definitely.
And Old Dirty 3, as always.
No problem, Dave.
Until next time, guys.